That oil leaking from the, from the leaking BP well in the Gulf of Mexico is washing up on Louisiana shores, and it could find its way into the Atlantic. Official observations show a small portion of the slick has already reached the loop current, which moves water around the south coast of Florida. For the latest developments and the environmental impact, we welcome Bill Hogarth, Dean of the University of South Florida's College of Marine Science. Earlier this week, Bill was among the first to raise concerns about oil getting into the Atlantic as well as into the sensitive Florida Keys. He is on the phone with us from St. Petersburg, Florida. Bill, beyond what I just said, do we know any more at this point about how far the oil has reached into the loop current and where it's been carried thus far?
Not really. We know it's in the loop current, and we felt that way since over the weekend. But we just sent a vessel out yesterday with a group of scientists from the university, from the state of Florida, that will be examining the loop current, the water column, and using some additional sophisticated equipment to really see if we can determine how much and where. And this will be followed up with another vessel this weekend, probably Saturday, that's capable of doing more deep water. We want to look on the bottom and see what may be going on even below the loop current, which is a much larger current but a much slower current. And so we really don't know. We are hoping that with time this oil will break down, so by the time it gets to the Keys and up the coast, it may be dissipated, and what you may see is just more tar balls and things like that, and not really an oil slick. But only time will tell, and you know, if you keep spewing oil, we're going to have to deal with it a long time. So the real key is to try to get this oil capped, and then you can start the cleanup process. No question. Bill, it sounds as though there's a fair bit of research yet to be done before you know where the oil is, how extensive it is, and where it's going to end up. But share with us, from an environmental standpoint, the best case and worst case scenarios you see right now. We've got about a minute to go. Okay. The best case, I guess, would be to cap it, okay? And so then we just started cleaning it up. You know, it's probably from a Florida beaches standpoint, if it gets to the loop current and travels, with time it does weather and it breaks down. So by the time it gets to the Keys, it would be good if it was just balls and not, you know, oil slick. And by the time you got around the Keys and up the East Coast, you wouldn't have much but some remnants, and would be probably the best case to happen. We do not have any oil on the beaches in Florida at the present time. People are canceling fishing trips and all things, not eating seafood, which is really hurting the economy more than it should be, because we should come on to the beaches in Florida and enjoy it. But, you know, people read the news and get concerned, and so they start canceling. But, you know, we need to know where the oil is, and that's what we're going to find out over the next week. I feel like we'll have a much better idea of the concentrations, where it is. But time is the only thing on the FA where it breaks down. Bill, we wish you luck in your efforts. We're all waiting on tenterhooks to find out what happens as a result of that spill. That's Bill Hogarth, Dean at the University of South Florida's College of Marine Science.